to lifelong learning at Rome Library. I'm librarian Joyce Ellison, here today with Dee Adams, Commander of the Georgia Veterans of Foreign Wars District 6, and with Carl Veal, he's Commander of Pulaski County's VFW Post 6077. And also here, Navy veteran with 22 years Air National Guard service, Mike Williamson. Mr. Williamson is in charge of Post 6077's brick project at Veterans Memorial Park in Hawkinsville. Well, Commander Adams, former 6077 Commander Mike Sr. tells us that in 1999, City Commissioner Ramsey Grinstead had the idea for a Veterans Park. The city offered land overlooking the Oglala River between the US 341 bridges. Cherokee Brick and Tile, thanks to Hawkinsville native Michael Peavy, donated more than 4,000 brick pavers. And at the state level, Governor Roy Barnes donated $15,000 from his discretionary fund. The new park was dedicated on Veterans Day 2001. But then it was up to VFW Post 6077 and American Legion Post 125 to construct a memorial. Well, Commander Adams, can you tell us what happened next?
We needed to raise $32,000 to erect a memorial. So between the American Legion Post 125 and the VFW Post 6077, they got together and asked the businesses in town for donations, and we sold bricks, and these are the bricks that we sold. So for each brick that we sold, we were able to get these sold, and the donations, we were able to raise the $32,000. And then the memorial that we raised, there were 3 papers. There were big papers, and as you can see on the table that we raised, the one in the middle has the dedication, and the dedication says that this is dedicated to honor the Pulaski Countyans who paid the supreme sacrifice to preserve our freedom. So it was dedicated to those that actually served in the wars, which were World War I, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. And the most that we had here in Pulaski County was World War II. So one entire memorial was for World War II. We had at least 23 names there. And then on the other paper that we erected was for World War I, Korea, and Vietnam. So total, in all total, we had on those memorials was about 30 plus some odd names. So those were what we erected, and then that's what's standing there today. The pavers, however, the bricks that we sold, can be for anyone. So those are for the, what we sold were for any of the ones that we served, anyone that served. But now the granite that we chose was from Vermont, a Vermont granite company. We chose that so that it would last longer and would be more prettier, actually.
Okay.
Well, I mean, aesthetically, we want it to look good. That's a better word.
That's great. Commander Veal,
Yes, ma'am.
you represent the Georgia Army National Guard as well as the Georgia Air National Guard. Your father's father served in the Air Force, Army Air Corps, and the Navy. And on your mother's side, there are members of the Air Force and Air National Guard. And now your own children are taking up the torch for service in the Air Force, Georgia Army National Guard, and soon the Marine Corps. So the Veterans project and who exactly is eligible to participate?
Yes, ma'am. So any family member that has a veteran loved one, whether it be father, son, child, aunt, uncle, it doesn't matter what branch of service, doesn't matter how long they serve, as long as they serve honorably, they can have their name engraved on a brick. This is how we get the bricks, and, once they submit their paperwork, we can, we send the bricks out, and they come back engraved like this one. So it's a living memorial to the fact that as we have, now come in the last 20 years, 2 more conflicts. And so we do get a lot of veterans or family members of veterans that are now adding their own children to this memorial walkway.
So this project goes far beyond local or area Pulaski County veterans.
Yes.
It can be for people who served anywhere.
Yes, ma'am. Because as you well know, as I know, our children come in, they grow up, they go off to serve in the military, and as they go active duty, they don't stay in their hometown. They get stationed everywhere, and so I have a check. My one son is currently in Idaho, fixing to go to England. My daughter is married to a Navy man stationed in San Diego. So, at some point, I would probably be adding my own children's name just to, one, support the memorial itself, and to keep it going.
Thank you. And Mr. Williamson,
Yes, ma'am.
Navy vet Mike Sr. has helped oversee the Memorial Bricks project for a number of years, but now you're heading up the project. I know it's especially dear to your heart, coming from 3 generations of military service in your family. We have brick order forms available here at Roden Library, but where else can people obtain an order form?
Okay, the order form, like Ms. Ellison said, you can get one here at the library if you want to. Or you can call me at area code 478-954-7279. And I will mail you a application. Or you can get in touch with Miss D, or anybody at post 6077. Carl will be available, I will be available, but any member can get you an application through me, or they can, let me know who wants it, and I'll mail it to them. On the application, it tells you who the purchaser is, the address, the city, their phone number. That way I can correspond back and forth with you. And you have 3 lines. 3 lines of 14 letters. And the way it's normally set up with your name on the first line, your rank and service on the second line, and the conflict on the third line. And then with the National Guard, you have your name, that's your first, middle initial, last name on both of them. And what National Guard unit you were in, whether it's Army, Air Force, Navy, etc., and the unit, and then the number of years, because a lot of times the Guard people are in there for, 12 to 15 to 25 years. So they like to put in the number of years they were in. So that's the way you do the brick. We used to order the bricks from way out of state. I think it was Ohio somewhere, where Mike Senior was doing it. And it took anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months to get the brick back. Well, we now have a system of right here in Pulaski County. We go through our local mortuary here in town, Clark's Funeral Home, and Chris Clark handles it for us. He has a man in Fort Valley, Georgia, that's a monument maker. And we hooked up with him, and he has gotten a machine that does the same font as what we've done in the past. So now our turnaround time is anywhere from 3 days to a week. So by the time you send your application in and we receive your check, and by the time you ask, like Miss Ellison did I ever get my brick? We'll tell you to go down and take a good look at it, because it's already been bought, put in the park, and it's for your enjoyment. And if you have more than one applicant, in other words, if you have a father-son, or if you have a father-daughter, or anything like that, and you prefer to have those bricks together, we can do that. Like, for me, I have my grandfather was in World War I, my father was in World War II, and I served in Vietnam. So I have all three of my bricks right there together. So when my family members, want to go and view them, they don't have to skip all over the park. They're right there together. So we try to do whatever we can to please the person that's requesting the bricks. However you want it, we'll work with you. As far as the information that you want on the brick, as long as it fits in the 14 lines, we will put anything that's, representative of the military.
Well, so what you just said, it's not too late to put an order in for a holiday brick, to
Not at
order
all.
somebody at Christmas time.
That's correct.
Or the upcoming veteran thing.
Or even Veterans Day.
Sometimes you want to put them in for your child or your father or mother's birthday, whatever. Just let us know the date that you want them, and give us, if you can give us at least up to 30-day lead time, I guarantee you, if I have to go over and pick it up, we'll have it in that park within 30 days of the time we get the order.
Well, thank you, Mike, and thank you, Carl, and thank you, Dee. And Roden Library wants to thank each one of you for your service, not just in the season of Veterans Day, but every day of the year. And now, let's give our viewers a preview of Veterans Park. Those of you watching, if there are veterans in your family, be sure to thank them for their service. Invite them to share their stories with you. Consider visiting Hawkinsville's Veterans Park on Veterans Memorial Avenue overlooking the Oglala River. And we'll see you for another edition of Lifelong Learning at Roden Library. Thank you.